With respect to drones, I've been very critical at various times of the drone program in Pakistan, and wrote an op-ed that was not very appreciated in Washington in 2009 about that program. But drones are, it's like using direct action special operations. I mean, it's a way to do discriminate killing, keeping in mind that there's no such thing really ultimately. You very rarely get only the person you're going after. When that type of discriminate killing takes place as part of a larger strategy, and within a broader, political economic strategy, I think that there's a place for it. I worry that drones have been used more as a tactic in place of a strategy, and they're easy, you can fly them from Nellis Air Base in Nevada. And that makes them ultimately very seductive to especially civilian policymakers who just don't want to put guys like, I used to be on the ground, who.
It's also worth pointing out that there are many places where the people in those countries don't want to have somebody on the ground, and so one of the appeals of drones is that in a place like Pakistan or Yemen, where you can't have American boots on the ground, you can have a drone in the air.
Yeah, that's exactly right, and certainly, I would say our Pakistani partners have been much more aware, let's put it that way, of a lot of our actions in Pakistan than perhaps they've led on in the public sphere.
So do you want to just briefly address the civilian contractor?
Yeah, again, I kind of feel the same way about civilian contractors. The real worry that I have with, and again, when you talk about contractors, the vast majority of those are not trigger pullers. The vast majority of those are the people that are running your dining halls and things like that, and that's fine. I'd much rather, if that saves the U.S. taxpayer money, that makes more sense economically, that's fine. Private security corporations and private military corporations are another thing. And especially if, usually it's remarkable, occupied people often don't distinguish between people wearing uniforms and people in Blackwater. And so in Iraq, when a Blackwater contractor, kills a person at a traffic intersection, because their incentives are just to get that diplomat or whoever from point A to point B safely, and forget the broader construct, that then becomes an issue politically, strategically. And so my worry about private military corporations is that often the incentive structures aren't right. Like if you think about it as economists, they're not rewarded for how they fit into the broader strategy for what we're trying to do in Iraq or in Afghanistan. They're only worried about their very limited mission, fulfilling the terms of their contract. And so we've seen quite a lot of incidents that have had strategic effect, and so that'd be my concern. So I'm much more concerned actually about private military corporations than I think I am about drones, but both of them have to be within a broader construct.